Good evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. But first, the headlines. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency the State Council Chairman heads the Sultanate of Oman's delegation in the 19th summit of the non-aligned movement in the Ugandan capital, Kampala. OQ Group invests and operates energy projects in Muscat Governorate with a value over 800 million Omani Riyals. An Oman Investment Authority announces the completion of a joint deal to sell a strategic stake in Dubai Mercantile Exchange to the Saudi Tadawul Group while maintaining its position as a major shareholder. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, the State Council Chairman, headed the Sultanate of Oman's delegation in the 19th summit of the non-aligned movement, which is hosted in the Ugandan capital, Kampala, with the participation from more than 148 leaders of countries and government participated in the summit. His Excellency the Chairman of the State Council conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and his sincere wishes for the success of the summit. In his speech, His Excellency affirmed the Sultanate of Oman's continued firm commitment to the principle of peaceful settlements of disputes in all parts of the globe on the basis of the rules of the international law and the Charter of the United Nations in order to achieve justice, harmony, security, and peace for all. The chairman of the State Council indicated that in this regard, the Sultanate of Oman affirms its firm support for the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people, leading to the establishment of their independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital in accordance with the resolutions of international legitimacy and the borders of June 4th, 1967. The Sultanate of Oman concluded its participation in the Davos World Economic Forum, which was held under the theme Rebuilding Confidence in the Swiss city of Davos. Forum reports confirmed that the Sultanate of Oman is likely to become the sixth largest exporter of green hydrogen by the year 2030. The delegation of the Sultanate of Oman was headed by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al Sakhri, Minister of Economy. In the Governorate of Muscat, OQ Group placed investments in various energy projects. More details in the following report. 800 million Omani Riyals, the total value of energy sector projects in which OQ, the Global Integrated Energy Group, invests and manages in the Muscat Governorate. The projects are represented in the Muscat Gas Processing Plant and the Muscat Power Generation Plant, in addition to the management and operation of the marine fields in the concession area 8, which is owned by the Ministry of Energy and Minerals. OQ is committed to its role in improving work efficiency to raise production and reduce operational cost in the 8 concession area since it began managing oil and gas production operations in the year 2019, which contains 2 offshore fields, Bukha and West Bukha, which produce oil and gas to supply the Muscat station energy with a production capacity of about 120 megawatts per hour. On the other hand, OQ is implementing a number of social investments projects in the Muscat Governorate with an estimated value of 4 million Omani Riyals. Oman Investments Authority announced the completion of a joint deal to sell a strategic stake in Dubai Mercantile Exchange to the Saudi Tadawul Group while maintaining its position as a major shareholder in it. The deal comes based on the stock exchange's current position in the trading the futures contract for Oman crude, which is the third most important oil in price index in the world. The main contract on Dubai Mercantile Exchange and the largest contract of its kind in the world in terms of actual delivery volumes of crude oil, which rose to 210 million barrels last year. It is hoped that this deal will result in a change changing the name of the Dubai Mercantile Exchange to become the Gulf Commodity Exchange, which reflects the strategic directions towards expanding the base of commodities traded therein and enhancing its position globally, given the Saudi Tadawul status as the largest specialized group in the financial market sector in the Middle East. Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized today the Oman-India Investor Forum in Muscat. The opening ceremony was held and the event was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Faris bin Fatih bin Fahar Al Saeed. More details in the following report.
With the presence of investors, business owners and chief financial officers from both countries, the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized the Oman-India Investor Forum to discuss investment opportunities and explore ways to enhance the exchange of knowledge, experiences, and best practices in the industrial and commercial sectors between Oman and India.
This is in fact the first formal economic event that we are hosting in Oman collaboratively after the landmark visit of His Majesty Sultan Haitham to India last month. The investment profile, the economic profile of India and Oman are complementary. India today, as you know, is the fastest growing large economy. In just about 10 years, we have gone from being the 11th largest economy to the 5th largest, on our way to becoming the 3rd largest economy. We are very close to Oman. We have very close relations with Oman. Indians and Omanis understand each other very well. And if you look at historical profile as well, India is one of the largest investors in Oman as it is. And even today, if you talk about the rollout of His Majesty's Vision 2040, the areas that it talks about, mining and green hydrogen, renewable energy, skill development, digital transformation are all areas in which India has great strengths, and Indian investments are coming into Oman.
At the forum, the Omani Chartered Accountant Initiative was launched. The initiative was organized by the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry in collaboration with the Institute of Chartered Accountants in India. Its main objective is to train and qualify young Omani talents in the field of chartered accounting to support the business sector.
The new initiative, actually we signed yesterday a strategic partnership agreement between Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Institute Chartered Accountant of India, which is Omani Chartered Accountant, to prepare Omani to be qualified to join the private sector.
The working papers presented at the forum dealt with Oman Vision 2040, the features and incentives of investment in the Sultanate of Oman, the opportunities and facilities in the economic zones and free zones, and investment opportunities in promising sectors that can be relied on for economic diversification.
We're here today in this forum to shed light on the efforts made by Oman Vision 2040 into fostering an attractive ecosystem for private investments, whether foreign or domestic, and the whole synergies with the economic diversification sectors in ensuring that we are hitting our targets by the end of 2025. Oman Vision 2040, with the priorities that they are leading and the pillars specifically focused on the economy and international cooperation and investment, are very much focusing on ensuring that we have the right ecosystem that helps all the diversification sectors to achieve their targets. We're targeting 11 billion Omani riyals towards the end of 2025, and as a program we are an accelerator to help all of the diversification sectors and the government entities to ensure that we have a system that helps the private sector to achieve their investments.
During the forum, business owners and specialists from both countries held bilateral meetings to establish partnerships and share experiences. The forum is set to establish a conducive environment for business investors between the two friendly nations, thereby boosting economic development. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh Bukhalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
You're watching the Sultanate of Oman Television, and later to come in our news bulletin. Dozens of remarkable new ocean species have been found off Tenerife, prompting scientists to rethink Just how much life is still to be discovered in the global ocean? Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The trading value in Muscat Stock Exchange Index rose last week to 16,037,000 Omani riyals. The industrial companies listed on Muscat Stock Exchange recorded a good performance in last week's trading, pushing the industrial sector index to rise 50 points to 5,496 points, benefiting from the rise in the shares of industrial companies last week and the achievements of growth in profits according to their preliminary financial results for the year 2023, while the main index of Muscat Stock Exchange declined by 20 points, closing at 4,587 points. The financial sector index recorded the highest losses, declining 68 points. The services sector index also declined 22 points, and the Sharia index lost 1 point and closed at 441 points. The market value of securities listed on the stock exchange also declined at the end of last week to 23,926,007,000 Omani riyals, recording weekly losses of 14.5 million Omani riyals. Asad Group announced the start of management and operation of Asad Container Terminal in Duqm. The operation of the container terminal comes within the efforts of the Special Economic Zone at Duqm to enhance the competitiveness of the region and the complementarity of the logistical solutions it provides, in addition to keeping pace with the continuous growth in the commercial and economic sectors, as well as increasing maritime and commercial traffic and attracting foreign investments to the region. The terminal includes 4 bridge cranes equipped with remote control system, and each crane can handle 2 containers together with a load of up to 65 tons, in addition to 12-yard cranes with a capacity of up to 51 tons. The Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology officially opened traffic movement on Wadi Wul Bridge in the Wilaya of Rakhiut in the Far Governorate at a cost of about 3,200,000 Omani riyals. The scope of the project's works, including asphalt paving of about 1 kilometer and 300 meters, including 300 meters of a concrete bridge 19 meters high above the ground, in addition to excavation work, side protections and the construction of retaining walls. The projects aim to safely connect the existing road across the Wadi after it was damaged by recent climatic conditions and is in line with the tourism and strategic trends in the Governorate of Dhofar. Orthopedic nursing workshop held in Muscat on the sidelines of the Orthopedic Society Oman Conference 2024. More details coming up in this report. At Oman College of Health Sciences, Orthopedic Nursing Workshop explore a variety of topics impacting the care of orthopedic patients in the healthcare institutions. The Omani Nursing Association, in cooperation with the Orthopedic Society Oman, have organized Orthopedic Nursing Workshop participated by a good number of orthopedic nurses, along with the physiotherapist and other healthcare professionals involved in the care of orthopedic patients.
We are having great collaboration between Oman Nursing Association and Orthopedic Society in Oman, where we work together to organize this workshop. And as a result, excellent research papers that were conducted and presented by nurses and physiotherapists, which showed the impact of different care and treatment and modalities in orthopedic.
A range of research papers conducted and presented by orthopedic nurses and physiotherapists highlighted the latest proofs and evidence in the orthopedic specialty, all of which will develop and expand the clinical orthopedic practice knowledge and skills, which will help improve clinical outcomes and advance the quality of orthopedic care.
We all know that nurses play an important, effective roles in different medical fields, and today We are gathered at this excellent platform where orthopedic nurses speakers presented a wide variety of topics in orthopedic nurses specialty, as well as their research papers, all for the sake of improving quality of patient care.
An important orthopedic nursing event under the auspices of the Orthopedic Society of Oman, organised by the Omani Nursing Association, sharing great nursing knowledge.
Nursing is a field that continually evolves, necessitating innovative measures such as enhancing patients' care, improving patient health and experiences through expanding nurses' data analysis skills to tackle new challenges and advance their careers. The discovery of dozens of new and potentially new marine species in just 3 weeks off the coast of the Canary Island has prompted scientists to rethink how much life is still to be found across the global ocean. Let's have a look at this report and understand what is going on.
The ocean may be home to far more new species than scientists imagined. That's the view of the professor leading the largest quest to discover marine life ever attempted. Professor Alex Rogers, Science Director of the Nippon Foundation Necton Ocean Census Alliance, has collated a team of Canary Islands and international marine scientists who have discovered dozens of new and potentially new species in just a 3-week research expedition.
There's real urgency to do much more of this kind of work. To really boost the whole science of marine taxonomy. That's the science of discovering and describing new species. It's something which has fallen by the wayside over recent decades. And I think now that, we're seeing extinctions happen in the ocean, potentially, and certainly many species being pushed towards extinction, now is the time that we've got to do that.
Samples from the expedition are being examined by Rogers' team of expert taxonomists, harnessing the latest revolution in imaging, sequencing, and machine learning to speed up the process of discovery. A specialist team of divers was also deployed to access coral reefs and subsea cave complex at the depths of 30 to 50 meters beneath the surface of the volcanic island archipelago.
But we'll be going into the cave and trying to locate some beautiful critical sponges that the scientists will be able to study, and as well take rock samples and hopefully find some algae that they'll be able to collect, break apart, and study thoroughly to find, we're hoping, some new species.
The details will be published in science journals, adding new knowledge to advance our understanding of ocean life and how it is being impacted by the climate crisis. The discoveries will also potentially help scientists understand if certain species contain properties which could be adapted for use in human medicine or food supply, and how their presence can help inform marine protection. The Ocean Census Alliance will step up the pace of species discovery in 2024, with missions planned from east of New Zealand to the high Arctic. Each one is another vital piece in the jigsaw puzzle of life on Earth.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency the State Council Chairman heads the Sultanate of Oman's delegation in the 19th summit of the non-aligned movement in the Ugandan capital Kampala. OQ Group invests and operates energy projects in Muscat Governorate with a value over 800 million Omani Riyals. An Oman Investments Authority announces the completion of a joint deal to sell a strategic stake in Dubai Mercantile Exchange to the Saudi Tadawul Group, while maintaining its position as a major shareholder. And with that, of course, we do conclude this news bulletin, brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, directed by Ahmed Al-Balushi. And of course, the news has been edited by Abdul Latif Al-Balushi, and I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, together with the entire news team. We thank you for joining us, wish you a pleasant evening, and of course, good night.